Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in the state of hockey. In the previous episode, we finished up the 2031 NHL entry draft, and you know what? It went pretty damn well. We had 5 first-round draft picks. We moved one of them away. We made a top 3 pick. We picked second overall in the draft, and I feel like we got an absolute stud for the future. Now, before we get into the video, I want to say a few things. First off, my mic might sound a little bit different. I started recording today, and the settings were all messed up, so I'm working on it. I just can't get it to sound exactly what it used to sound like, so if you like how it sounds right now, I guess comment down below. I don't know. I'm working on it a little bit. I don't know. It gave me problems. I don't know why. Life can't just be nice to me for once. Global pandemic and my mic, life ain't so easy. So hopefully it gets back to normal soon. Oh, and there goes somebody flushing the toilet, so hopefully that doesn't pick up too much on the mic. I'm just going to keep talking. It's like background noise, It's nice and it's nice and pretty sounding. Next, I want to talk about my channel update that went out a few days ago, where I talked about a few new franchise modes. Those are going to be underway relatively soon. I want to get your opinions, so I know a lot of you watched until the very end of the channel update, which I really, really appreciate. For you guys saw the subscriber created player part, so I appreciate everybody that watches the majority of my videos, especially those where I try to get out pertinent information. So if you do have a subscriber created player that you want in mind, still have a chance to comment down below, all that jazz. I will continue to be checking in on those daily. Now, I'm not sure how much longer this series has. I want to get your opinion on that. So, if you regularly watch this series and you're a fan of mine, I want to get your opinion down below. Not a poll. I want to hear from you directly what you think should go on with this series going forward. I could finish it in the next month, next 2 weeks. I'm not too sure. I want to hear that from you. I'm good with ending this relatively soon because I want to get on with a few franchise mode ideas. But we could even finish this out. If the majority really want me to finish the major careers out, I'm totally down for that because we still have a lot of really young guys on this. If we do finish it out, or if we don't finish it out completely, I will do a complete sim and see where everybody is at the end of the simulation. But I know everybody is here for the resign phase and free agency part of the video. Now we will not be getting into next season. That'll be for next video. We'll go through the regular season next episode. But right now we have a few things to discuss. This is a very pivotal offseason. But first, let's talk about the draft. Now, we had a lot of picks this NHL entry draft. The biggest of them being Alexander Hudobin. He was playing in Russia, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's playing in Russia. He dominated a men's league. 23 points in 51 games is phenomenal for a Russian skater in a men's league. I really, really like him. We picked him second overall. That was the Detroit pick that we got for, I want to say, Maurice Potvin to Detroit. So we got their pick a few years ago. It turned out to be this draft. They won a lottery, and it was our pick. So I'm really happy coming off of a Stanley Cup, getting a talent like this to help us going into the future, especially with the cap in the very near future. So I want to go ahead and get him on the roster right away. I want him playing third line time. I feel like he's capable of doing that. I'm not sure what his stats look like particularly, but I want to get him on the roster this year. Now we have a bunch of other prospects this year. Super noticeable ones. I mean, we didn't draft Hador or Schoonen this year. Hadar, where's he from? He's playing in the OHL, so we can probably leave him unsigned for another year. Skuin, I'm going to sign him so we can play him in the AHL. Iowa just won the Calder Cup, which is great for us, so that means something's working down there. So I was going to talk about I still might fire the coaches in the AHL just because their morale really wasn't working, but they won. I'm not sure. I feel like we should fix it up because it really didn't look good on paper. And we also got this Abelt Schausser from, what league is he playing in? I want to say the DEL. Not a bad looking prospect. Maybe he'll turn out to be something nice. We got a lot of guys around his range. We got Delo Rover in the first round as well. Some nice prospects. We also got... Did we get him in the first round? No, we didn't. We got him last year. We got a bunch of guys this year, all quite similar. I believe we got Markstrom as well. He's 18, so we should probably be... Yeah. We got him in the second round. We made a lot of really awesome acquisitions at the draft. I think it works out in our favor. Adding guys like this for the future, especially with the cap going forward, is going to help us tremendously. A lot of those guys you see there might not turn out to be NHL talent, but it is good to have them in the system just in case we need to make a trade or two. So we're going to get them onto the books. They should be great. I'm going to leave Hadar just because why would we sign him if we can't get him in the AHL right away? Looks like he's going to be really solid. It's 71 at 18 years of age. He's going to be good for us pretty soon if he continues developing. I hope so. So what do we talk about next? What do we talk about? Let's talk about goaltenders. We'll work our way to the RFAs and UFAs, but goaltending. Oh, damn. Cody Tallender has dropped to a medium elite. That is the second time we've seen that happen. Now we had Christian Rensfeldt, who turned from a high elite to a medium elite, probably because of a poor statistical season, even though he just came off of a Stanley Cup. So we've had weird luck with goaltenders. Not weird luck, bad luck with goaltender play in the playoffs the last few years. Even though we won the Stanley Cups, we could have been so much better. We have Pettersson. Sizek's probably not going to turn into be anything super special. We're going to give him a contract either which way just so we can have him on the roster. We have Greiba. We have Leighton. Those are our top goaltender prospects. We have Benin, who we drafted this year. We have a bunch of goaltenders, which is a good thing. We're going to let go of a few guys. Fringe starters, we really don't need those on the roster, in our faces. No biggie. We got Pettersson here. Does he want NHL money? He wants a one-way deal. He's going to be the backup for us this year. I'll do that contract works for me. It's not really that much to eat anyways. Cody Tallender. Now, if there's a mega goalie out there on the free agency block, maybe. But he's our starter going forward. It just hurts that he dropped from a high elite to a medium elite. I know he's a good overall, but he keeps dropping. Our goaltenders tend to do that because of poor play, even though we're a President's Trophy winning team year in, year out. I don't know. But there seems to be a void opening up for goaltenders on this roster, so you could definitely see us pick up a rental goalie at some point. I'm not sure if Rensfeldt continues his path of decreasing in overall and potential. We'll definitely look at that. So, UFAs. Let's talk about the UFAs. Let's get them out of the way. There's nothing super important for them this year. We got Chuck Owens on defense. Do I even bring him back? Do we even need him on? You know what? Let's sign him. That doesn't really hurt my feelings. Might as well. There's a bunch of UFA prospects here that I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of Americans. So let's bring them on so they can play in the AHL. That's kind of my point that I want to revamp the AHL coaching squad just because their morale didn't work, even though they won the championship. Explain that. So that is definitely something to look at. Sokolov, we'll bring him back. A bunch of these guys I'm assuming are not want to come back because of the talent level we have in the AHL. I want to test the free agent market. I get that. I'm not really expecting everybody to come back, but if they do, it makes my job a whole lot easier. Bobby McFumbles, hell yeah, with a name like that. And Hadfield, we don't need to give him NHL money. I mean, there's plenty of other players in the league that look exactly like him, so I'm not even going to offer him NHL money. We have to be diligent with our cap. You want to know why? Leading into our next discussion, next year is going to be a rough time for free agents and re-signing. Our top 3 re-signs next year are Pietrangelo, who just came off of 3 straight Conn Smythes, Brandt Clarke, who is a cornerstone of our defensive core, and Eminem, who is another important piece of our defensive core. It's going to be a rough season for us next year. It's going to suck. After that, it seems like there's nothing super important, except we have Cody Tallender next year as well, but it seems like after that, it doesn't seem like too much to play with in cap. We're gonna be, our backs are gonna be up against the wall. It's gonna suck for us, but I think we can get it done if they are all interested in contract extensions and they're not gonna, if all of them like deny a first contract and they don't take the .85 trick, then it's going to be rough for us. But we should be able to get all of them back. Hopefully. If they all ask for like $5+ million raises, that's going to hurt. We're going to lose one of them at least. If that happens, I'm hoping one of them takes a discount. Pietrangelo is going to ask for 10+. Easy. He might even ask for like $12, $13 million. Brandt Clarke could ask for a whole lot. Marcus Mironov could ask for a whole lot. But you know what? They all deserve it. If this was a few years ago, them coming off their ELC and they asked for that kind of money, I also get that. But now that they've proved everything they set out to do, they're going to ask for an absolute payday. So we have to be diligent in the coming offseason and moves and all the acquisitions we make. We have to be smart. Let's talk about the RFAs. Sergei Gogolev actually moved up to a low franchise from a medium elite. So that's quite interesting. He's 89 overall. He had a great rebound season after he struggled the last few years. I'm really liking him on that second line going forward. Especially, I think Javi Bulin will battle for that second line in the coming years. Or coming 2 seasons, so I'm not sure who's going to move on that second line. But Gogolev, I want to bring back. Now, the question is money. What kind of contract are we looking to give him? Do we go out and give him another 1-year deal and then play around next year with... that might be the best decision going forward. Because he's still going to ask for around the same amount of money next year, around 10, right? If we go 1 year, then we can negotiate the contracts with all the other big free agents and we still have him as an RFA and we can play around with the money in that sense. I like that idea. I also like signing him to an 8-year deal. It's either one or the other, not 5 years. We want to be diligent with the way we spend money right now. That's why I don't want to go out and sign a crazy free agent. If it's for 1 year, yeah. But for right now, if he does that deal, I'm willing to give him that 8.5 flat, 8.6 for 1 year. Hopefully he does it. I hope he isn't super mad about that. We have a few other RFAs. The next biggest one is Harry Parrish, who seems to be progressing at about the same pace Georges Bissonnette was. He's 86 overall at 21 years of age. He's probably going to move up into the top 4 this year. I'll probably play Marcus Mironov on that third pairing and give him all the special team time in the world, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. So we're going to go ahead, offer him a contract. 4 years at 5.8. What would he want for 8 years? $7 million? See, the thing is, he's not really proven himself to be anything super special. If we sign him to 1 year, what is he going to ask for next year? Right? We have the ability to... I want to do the smart thing and make sure we have money available to go out and sign our big guys. And then these guys are RFAs, so we don't have to move them automatically, but we have them as an asset. Right? I hope you understand what I'm saying, because I'm willing to do I'm going to offer him the 1 year deal. I'm going to go ahead, advance a day. Hopefully, all these guys come back and make my job easy. Hudobin signs a contract. Zimmerman, yep. Gogolev signs a contract. Good. Sokolov, Steffens, Pedersen, cool. Bobby McFumbles, Sizik, yep. Okay, everybody seems to be working pretty well. Harry Parrish, awesome. So those are some really big contracts out of the way. I know it's 1 year deal. It's just pushing the inevitable 1 year away. But with all those free agents coming up, we have to be smart. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. What UFAs didn't sign? Steffens doesn't want to come back, so we're just going to release him. No biggie. That's a center that we could get back easy. So the other RFAs here, let's start from the bottom. Thomas, we'll sign him. Arkhipov really hasn't turned out to be anything super special. I know we didn't get any NHL time, but yeah, it's kind of on me. Cutler is the same deal. We're so stacked in the NHL that none of them deserve spots. Backer, does he want to sign a contract? Will he take it? He'll take a 3-year deal. I'll give him the max for a 2-way contract. Pearson played in the NHL this past year. I think he doesn't want NHL money. How is his playoff stats? It wasn't even too bad in the postseason. I like him. I don't think he's going to progress too much over the next coming seasons, but that's a nice depth defenseman to have. So let's advance another day. Let's see. Okay, there's a few scouts that I signed. I do want to look in to the coaches for the AHL, especially with all the young talent we have. We have to be diligent with that. So UFAs, RFAs are all settled, unsigned players. All of them seem to be good where they are. I'm not too upset with that. Goaltenders. Do we sign another goaltender? So our 2 AHL goaltenders this year are probably going to be Gryba and Sizik. I like that idea. Yeah, we can leave Leighton for another year. Bennon, I'm fine with that. Yeah, that seems to be good. So we have $4.5 million, if I'm not mistaken. Not too much, but at least we have a few dollars, and we'll be working with a bit next year. Now, there is one trade in mind that I want to make heading into next season, because there's a few guys that I haven't penned in on the roster. So the third line right winger and the fourth line right winger and the fourth line center. But I have a few players in mind that I want to put in those positions. I just want to see what free agency looks like. First, I want to go to coaching staff. I really don't like how the AHL totally looked this year, as in morale-wise. Nothing really seemed to work, even though they won the championship. Ray Vance. I mean, they seem to be... I'm gonna AHL head coach. I don't hate them. If they won the championship, right? He's the assistant, right? We'll give him the assistant position. Oh, we don't have any budget, so we're gonna have to let him go as it is, and we'll go fix that up in a jiffy. But let's go ahead and check out free agency, see what's out there. I wonder if there's anything big on the free agency market this season. Okay, all the scouts, please be done. It's time for free agency. What is it going to look like this year? 47 contracts, if I'm not mistaken. I can't really read. So let's see what the big fish out here on free agency market is. Ooh, it's Gustav Fantenberg. Ooh, there are a few big guys this season. Okay. Branislav Yelovac, we faced a few times in the postseason. I want to say, actually, we fought him this year in the first round. Swept him, actually. So that's fun. Gustav Fantenberg, he's been with, I want to say, Arizona for his entire career. He hasn't been a bad defenseman, but are we willing to dish out $13 million? No. Brady Tkachuk, Hotsam Baccio, Alex Nylander, Gabe Vilardi, who is actually, that's not a pretty damn solid contract. William Eklund, William Nylander, Bushnevich, Nekis, Andre Kosh, Alexander Romanov, Brown. There's a few guys out here. A lot of expensive contracts. Nothing I'm totally interested in. Any prospects slip through the cracks? No, not. I mean, we got Mapletop, but I'm not a huge fan of that anyways. Where would he really fit? Okay, any goaltenders that... Hold on, wait, I saw a high top 6. I didn't really look at that. Walls? That's not even a bad player. It's a pretty... And he doesn't even have a contract offered to him. It's not even that bad. Where would he fit on the roster, though? I'm not even sure what I'm looking for. So, goaltenders. Let's see if there's anything special out here. Christian Rensfeld. Interesting. We also have the Georgievic, Teemu Maki, Ulanov. I see a lot of our former goaltenders. Vasanoyov, Eddie Champion. I see a lot of them. Honestly, not a huge fan of Cole Tallander. I mean, Christian Rensfeld's out here, and we beat him in the second round. Right? He played pretty well in Colorado. I mean, we have a few dollars to spend. Teemu Maki. We just traded him away. We traded his rights away. Do we bring him on as our starter? A lot of questions to be asked. I'm going to check out a few things real quick. Now, there is a decision to be made for the third line right winger spot. Now, it's between two guys. We have, obviously... actually, they're both right wingers, technically. So we have Chris Griffin, 28 years of age, 83 overall. He's working a $2.7 million contract. He's a great player. He's been a great player for us his entire career. Really solid player on the third line. I think he's a great player to have. But it's honestly a matter of contract at this point. Because 3 years left, we free up $2.7 million. It's just more to work with. Pete Curry is working a 1.3, is a power forward, and Chris Griffin's a sniper. Pete Curry has been in the league a lot less time, putting up pretty solid points at 22 goals season on that third line. Pretty good giveaway to takeaway ratio. I do like that. What can we get for Chris Griffin? Now, we looked at potentially trading him away at the draft, but what can we get? Can we rock a first for him? Oh, Carolina first. Yikes, we already have a first-round draft pick from San Jose this year. Nashville. Nashville might be a really smart team to... Oh, Nashville. That might be a good idea because they just lost Yelovac to free agency. Okay. Definitely some options here. Personally, if we were to do one, we're either trading away Pete Curry or Chris Griffin. And then we're probably losing the next one next year. Depends on what Pete Curry wants going into next season. Okay, I'm going to try out Pete Curry next, see what we could get for Pete Curry. Is that medium elite? He could turn into he's already a really good second liner. Okay, a few firsts on the block for him, a Nashville first and a third. right? So they're basically getting the same offers dealt towards us. So it's one or the other. At this point, I'm just going to look around the league real quick and see if there's anything on the block. Because we got to do our due diligence just in case there's anything out there, then we can make a move accordingly. But I'm not expecting anything huge on the block. Same old players. Oh, Anaheim, you poor bastards. Okay. Buffalo, no. I'm not even sure what I'm looking for specifically. You know, oh wait, Carolina? Hold on, what was that? No, never mind. We have a bunch of really almost NHL-ready prospects, or basically NHL-ready prospects, and you look at a roster, and you're like, nobody's going to fit in that position, and it's just a fact. Nobody's going to fit there anymore because of the talent level we already have in the NHL. It's almost not fair to a lot of these guys, and I would like to just offload them for some stuff. I mean, Kaliev. You got Slychuk. He could be a decent third liner for us. I'm just saying. He's a Slychuk. Just like his brothers, he's an absolute beauty. He can definitely put some pucks in the net. I feel bad for him because he's really been mistreated in New Jersey the last few years. What's his endurance? Or what's his durability? Durability. I feel like it's low. It's got to be low. I feel like he's getting injured. Or just scratched. God, I feel bad for him. Nope. Wow. Two big defensemen there for New York. Oof. Yikes. Okay, Philadelphia, nothing. Pittsburgh, nothing. Not a lot on the block here. We got Ferraro, and we attempted to trade for him, and then I'm like, well, we already have all these other centers on the block. But then we also have Koliakovo. I didn't even recall Koliakovo. Koliakovo, 81 overall, 22 years of age. I don't know where he fits into the NHL roster. I could play him on the third line. That might be the best option. Because we're rocking Hudobin, Waters, and whoever on the third line right winger spot. He might even be a better right winger. Because you look at his center position, he's not the best physical player, not the best skater. He's not the best at defense. His offensive stats are getting better. But with Waters, that third line could be pretty nasty this season. I feel like I've made up my mind because Pete Curry might be the better player to play on the fourth line. Just because it says he's a fourth liner, he probably grow to better than that. And then you got Chris Griffin, who I really, really like. But with cap, we could make a move. We could go out and sign somebody really awesome for this year, maybe a goalie. Oh, this is a rough spot. This is a rough spot to be in, I'm not even going to lie. But we kind of got to stick to our guns here. Man, he's an important part of our team. But we have to be smart. What's his center? No, he's not a great center. I'm not sure about one player on the fourth line that I've penciled in. And it is McKinnon. He's a grinder. Fourth line grinder. He was awesome in the WHL last year. 119 points. Not the best. You look at his physical. He's a weird friggin' player, but I would love to play him in the NHL. I gotta trade away one of them. I got to trade away either Pete Curry or Chris Griffin. And next year, I think we just trade the opposite away. And right now, there's nothing in free agency that I'm like, damn, we have to go out and acquire that. Goaltender-wise, I'm not really worried about that. Because look at our goaltenders. We have Pettersson and Tallender moving forward, which is an awesome tandem. That's fine. We won 3 straight Stanley Cups. Right, exactly. And you can find goaltenders are a dime a dozen. You can find one in free agency or the draft easy. I've done it plenty of times. So it's one or the other. No, you know what? I'm not even going to trade away any of them. We could trade away Bobelev. Okay, so if McKinnon makes it into the NHL, Bobelev is expendable because Pete Curry and Chris Griffin are going to rock the third and fourth right winger spot. So what can we get for Bobelev? Can we get a first for Bobelev? Man, this sucks. This hurts because we can get another first for one of these guys, which could turn out to be Magic Beans, right? This is just kind of peeing into the wind. You never know, right? Second, anything. Can we get a first? Yeah, so it's a little bit less offered for him. The next option we have is to wait until the offseason growth and look at it the beginning of next episode. I think that's the position that we're in. See, and now I'm looking again that we also have to clean up our AHL squad a little bit. Because we have a guy like Ronaldo, who also needs to go. Sorry. Because he's not going to make the NHL lineup. Koskinen probably isn't going to make it this year. There's a few other guys that are just not going to make it. Who are NHL ready, who aren't going to get any better under us. Okay, you know what? I'm willing to trade Ronaldo. We can definitely swing a first for him. What? Oh my God, stop it. Please, Owen, stop. Please, we can 100% swing a first for Ronaldo. Yeah, we can do it. Let's swing a first. Second. First, I'm looking for that Nashville first. Nashville first. We're taking it. Thank you for doing business with us. It's another first-round pick from Nashville. Now, you might be like, but Nashville's still a good team. They made the playoffs last year. They just made the playoffs last year, right? They were the worst team to make it into the West. So that's kind of my reasoning there. Yeah, that's kind of my reasoning. Free agency is awesome, but we have to be really smart with our money going forward. With Petrangelov, with Marcus Mironov, Brandt Clark, we have to be very, very smart. The moment we can offer extensions to them, we're going to be very, very smart about that. Okay? Because Chris Griffin's probably going, Pete Curry's probably going, but I can work around that and fit them into a depth spot and play them special teams? Like power play, penalty kill? Yeah. I think we're okay going forward. I think we legitimately are. I think we're still a really awesome team. We might even be better going into next season. I think the best option right now is to just wait. And I know a lot of you guys might just make the trade, damn it. Do it, Owen, please. 3 Stanley Cups in a row. We are trying to go for number 4. I want to keep this team relatively intact. We're looking very, very good. Changes are coming eventually. We have to just wait to see what all those 3 big free agents want next season. I know this is we didn't do a whole lot this episode, but we talked. If you're still in this episode and you didn't hear me earlier, please go down in the comments. I want to hear your opinions about this franchise mode. I want to hear if you want those other franchise modes to come a little bit quicker. I want to hear all about that. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment. Sorry about the mic. I'm not sure how it really sounds at this very moment. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.